shouldn't be an obligation to marry within your own caste.
She respects me and she respects my mom and like Nepali culture good छ भन्ने हैन तर त्यो चाहिँ सबै राम्रो छ रे but then all of a sudden you're like no you can't go with that guy just because he's not the caste.
You know, A never love no B आफ्नै caste नै fit गरेन.
My parents want me to marry within my caste because it is tradition. I will do this for their happiness and out of respect. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, do I have to? Oh.
I think it comes down to this notion that children should serve their parents, and like because parents have given birth to the child, they almost have like a dominion over them, or ownership of their future, especially social aspects, and I think that's wrong. Once the child becomes an adult, what do you want to say? They should have the choices in general. I mean, I wouldn't agree with just marrying within your caste only in the first place. So if that person is happy to do it and is happy to put their own family's happiness before theirs, that's, I think, their preferred, like,
they should do it.
The choice to do so.
And the parent should not be forcing the child.
अब तिम्रो कस्तो छ सिचुएसनमा तिम्रो प्यारेन्ट्सले के भनेको छ marriage wise? I asked that question because I think it's personal to personal people. Like some parents don't care, some parents do care. अब मेरो मम बाबा चाहिँ I think उहाँहरु liberal नै हुनुहुन्छ but just भन्नुहुन्छ like बिस्तारै or राईलाई नै बिहा गर्नु के अनि for me personally म त त्यति साह्रो mind गर्दिन. I mean I do believe that even if Malay non-ragged like they will be completely happy for me. Because I think my eldest story my mind's only different in that more exposed because my mom baba sanga more than my boyniharu. And I think because they're very proud of what they believe in and everything, and that makes them really, really happy. And for me, I really don't care, to be honest, too much that I have to marry somebody who's right. If they find one, or if I found one that's great, why not? Parents are a very complicated relationship. If they really say, oh, it's just so, mind change. I mean, personally for me, if that's what they really, really want, and they're gonna say, oh yeah, it's just going about them. If you do marry that person, then I have to think 10 times harder. Relationships are break so I can have one relationship with one person. It's big. It's not just two people coming together. It's two families coming together.
Carry on, sorry.
Personally, for me, I think my parents are this is enough, but maybe like if the kid this is
ultimately.
Are these personal stories coming out?
No, this is not. Stop it, hypothetical of you. All absolutely. I wish I had a personal story.
Non-regular.
I wish I had a personal story.
For me, it's what you said. Parents feel like the children are owed something. We do that throughout childhood until we're an adult, and that's parenting. So if they and then you become a good human being, a respectable person, and if your parents respect you in that sense, my challenge to the parents would be, why don't you have faith in my decision making in who I'm picking? Because me picking my life partner is all experience outcome. It's not like I'm going to it's not that. Me picking that individual is an influence, and there's so many other factors that came for me to pick that individual. They can't say, like, she respects me and she respects my mama, like, Nepali culture, good supper, no. But then all of a sudden you're like, yeah, no, you can't go with that guy just because he's not the caste. It doesn't add up, yeah. You can't pick and choose where they think we're good and where they think we've done. When parenting is about, it's wholesome, it's holistic, it's not just one aspect.
Wouldn't you think that maybe they consider that to be part of their parenting? So it's still parenting process ke part saying that they want you to get married to someone.
If they're saying limbu is, I'm a limbu, so if I say limbu sanga te biya garne bhane ta, I would expect the parenting process to be limbu sanga te hinne, limbu sanga te milne. So I will only be attracted to limbu. Why get that extra influence of other people?
Because I think it's going back to what Ramona said. I think for parents, it's not just about two individuals getting together; it's also two families getting together. And when you get married with that other person, the family, it becomes one family. So you'd have to do everything, a lot of things together, rituals, and if they're from different castes, then there might be things which might be very difficult because you believe in two different things or contrasting things.
I understand that. Don't want to worry inside, but then when we're picking the individual, marriage is the big step. I'm under the impression that I would have already had a conversation with my life partner beforehand and say like, and then when you get to know the person, you have these conversations, and if it's coming nearer to marriage, I mean, my understanding is hopefully you will have those conversations before marriage comes.
If your parents told you have to marry limbu keramate, what would you do?
And if your college not a limbu?
I would tell my parents why, because hopefully my little man say like, if I had a guy and then I've picked this non-limbu keda as see him as my future partner, I would, and my parents said limbu nobody. I would tell my parents like. I would question them why. Well, why do you think?
Would you get married without their approval then if they really said no?
So, yeah, exactly. So if the end game was like either
us
family or
him,
I think I would make my parents. So I would probably prolong.
No, but that's cheating though. That's not.
No, you can't. We're just saying hypothetically.
That's
it makes sense,
all like that.
That's what basically I'm saying. Would you ultimately sacrifice the boyfriend, the fiance, or the family?
You know, I don't think you have to sacrifice. You can always keep fighting for your parents, can't you? I think you can.
No.
Because I would challenge my parents. I would really challenge my parents in why you think that person but for me, caste is something you can't pick out. It's something you're born with. It's like saying, I don't want to be Asian. Sorry, mate. you were born this way. You can't pick your caste, so that shouldn't be a requirement. If my parents said a requirement is in like educated or requirements, okay, though I can kind of understand because that's something a person can work towards and then it becomes. But caste is something we don't pick. It's a birthright. You are what you are because of your parents. But so I would really question that. In the end, if I had to pick. Honestly, my parents are quite liberal, so I can't imagine that. But I would really, really contest to my parents. Like, really
still no answer.
Because I mean, because I'm really family oriented, I don't think I would be able to cut them off. But I would give one heck of an argument with my parents, and I would like.
Yeah.
Like I think this is a bit like business. There's a buy side and the sell side. So like parents are, is it requirement and so I'm like say. From the receiving end, we'd want to see them in a certain way again, and they want to see us in a certain way. So there's got to be that transaction, get at that level, balanced transaction. I think balance is key, by the way. Anything cash now life may get. Only given, I see like do you know the themes or like freedom को बारे में धेरै कुरा गरेर हैन अनि तिमीले के पो भनेछौ
two families coming together it's not just an individual
when they become an adult हैन parents हरुले चाहिँ तिनीहरुलाई अब space दिनु पर्यो भन्नु खोजेको हैन तिमीले give them the के भन्छ
liberty
give liberty and give them the
trust man it's
trust
yeah trust
parents हरुले चाहिँ आफ्नो छोराछोरीलाई त्यो green tick दिनुपर्छ basically. You're an adult now, you can make your own decisions and trust दिनुपर्यो हैन. तर पेरेन्ट्सहरूले हामीले जहिले एडल्ट त फुल्ली भोइस भनेर देख्छ होला त ल जति नै ठुलो भए पनि पेरेन्ट्सहरूले चाहिँ हामीलाई चाहिँ लाइक इमेच्योर सानो मान्छे नै देख्छ क्या अनि हामीले चाहिँ उनीहरूको साइडबाट चाहिँ we will never see it from their perspective because we've not been parents ourselves होइन तिम्रो अहिले जे भ्युजहरू आउँदैछ नि होइन तिमी ठुलो भएर तिम्रो पनि बालबच्चा होला त्यो भएपछि तिम्रो इच्छाहरू पनि त्यस्तै आउन सक्छ क्या लाइक अब तिम्रो चाडको विरुद्धको इच्छाहरू आउन सक्थ्यो होइन त्यस्तो बेला चाहिँ कसरी गर्ने त्यो can't debate that.
So I think we're treading towards normative ethics. So we're not talking about ke hundesa, we're talking about what should be and what is right. त्यस्तो बेलामा चाहिँ you should always be able to look not from your own shoes but also like outside your shoes. So like generally what is right? Should a parent
see from our views
like आफ्नो बारेमा मात्र नसोचेर अरू प्यारेन्ट्सको बारेमा मात्र नसोचेर ह्युमन बिङ्स बारे सोचेर अहिले अर युनिभर्सको पर्सपेक्टिभबाट हुन्छ नि त्यो चाइल्ड वन्स हिज एन एडल्ट आई थिङ्क देयर रिलेसनसिप सुड बी एउटा फ्रेन्डको रिलेसनसिप जस्तै क्या यस्तो कुरामा चाहिँ क्या एन्ड सो अफकोर्स एज अ फ्रेन्ड you would want your other friend to do the best, and so you would advise and you give your opinion and stuff like that. But ultimately, the choice, the final choice, I think it should be on the individual.
I think एउटा parenting factor चाहिँ के हुन्छ भने because this came up earlier as well. रिमाना तिमीले भनेको थियो नि के भन्छ हामी कल्चरल इभेन्टतिर जान्छौँ तर हामी किन जान्छौँ you don't know होइन I don't know if you guys know the golden circle भन्ने rule थाहा छ so why, what and the how get. So if you first describe why you're doing something or not, that's the process get. Okay, right nay bigger or not, why? If parents can articulate that very well or not,
is there an articulate way of opposing Kina?
I think
because I can't think of a justifiable.
I'm trying to look at it from mom baba's point of view. This kind of money, I said agree.
Okay.
I think it's not just about same caste or rakna. They're worried about or society will keep on especially if you're in a very tight knit group. Ani this sort of mandana bane. Ani B अब तू किटा को मम बाबाले तिमीलाई एक्सेप्ट गरेन भने झन् दुःख पाउँछ मेरो छोराले यस्तो जानु पाउँदैन फ्युनरलमा जानु पाउँदैन के भन्छ नि त कोहीको अरूकोहरू so it's mostly the external factors they're worried about more than just internally that's why you have to see it from their point of view as well of course I mean individuals though we want our own rights
but then I would challenge that because so what I said I would already be having those conversations that he's from a different caste and a different culture. Then I would be like, I know, it seems like his parents are quite liberal as well. Maybe this can work. Then we would move on to an engagement and a marriage. I wouldn't be thinking, he engaged me. Oh my God, okay, I'm now about to do. But no, to getting to know process, hopefully will unveil.
This is what I will say. Statistically, an arranged marriage has been more successful than love marriages anyway.
Because I think the reason why that is because both individuals were at a mindset where they're ready for marriage and therefore that's why it's worked out.
No, don't you disagree?
Don't you think?
No,
arranged marriage no, there's a discipline that bounds them. Okay. The love marriage is not a discipline.
Also, you're learning about each other.
Yourself at one another, no? Sorry. Okay. Once they get married after it was arranged, they do learn to love one another. It's just like when you live with a person for a certain amount of time and then you just build this connection. That's just a human thing. That's just a human thing.
But I'm not opposing arranged marriage though. I'm just saying in a relationship building, love marriage, that's what it would be. I'm not opposed to arranged marriage. I think, it has worked. My parents were arranged marriage, it has worked. In this generation,
I think we need to distinguish between arranged marriage and forced marriage. Obviously, no one.
That's
very true.
But for me also, I think what I would be interested in is not whether like the rates of divorce rates of number like happiness Isn't that the metric that we should be using? Just because like a couple are together and they're still married, they might not be happy in that relationship. And I think divorce is also a little bit cultural, I would say, because Hamro society, Nepal, we have this low rates because marriage, I can't divorce taboo-ness on that. If someone gets divorced, they get stigmatized and all that. So there's that as well. It's not necessarily like to love mother by
So if you're saying Purana Budi in a really bad domestic abuse, bad, not happy relationship, and you're saying, well, I would say get divorced. Because in the long run, the children will understand, yes, when they're a child, they're going to be very, ask a lot of questions, but it's the way you're telling them, Then it comes back to parenting. You have to be able to parent them good enough.
I mean,
because,
I know people who are successfully divorced with kids. They can find.
It doesn't need to be a nuclear family, mom, dad, but you can be a single parent. I've seen amazing single parents who've done amazing.
Again, it's not Nepali though.
No, I've seen a Nepali single parent who's
oh.
done really amazing.
Okay.
Because it comes down to parenting for me. It's all to do with parenting.
So like, it's not when you're entering a marriage. It's not just you. It's that person as well. So it's about that intention as well. Why did you marry that person? Is it just to make your parents happy?
Yeah.
Or because you wanted that as well? Because if you didn't want it, and you just wanted to make your parents happy, I don't think that's sustainable, and that's gonna not just impact your life, but also that other person's life. And so I think you should be very open about that, and you need to know why you're doing it. People have to be responsible, and this goes back to the family, the children thing as well. I think more and more people should be responsible. Like, if you're not in a condition to have children, then you shouldn't. And parenting, it's like a skill. You have to have the skills.
Exactly.
And if you don't have the skills, you should not have children.
What do you think? For me, I don't think inter-caste is not a problem. So first thing.
Babies put it down.
Parents' point of view, even though they want me to marry the same caste, they don't really see at the end of the day they will be happy with whoever I go with. And the next thing is divorce. So why don't people? It's earlier to cut the string before it's
Before you get married.
Yeah. That different sources. So first, when you are together, so you decide to marry and whatever. That's a big step, you don't just do that like overnight. And after you do that, you should be able to take responsibility. So if you think like it's not working or anything, make it work. Because divorce, you don't want to have divorce. Divorce is like, it's bad on one side, the kid side is bad on kid side, and it will be bad for children as well. And I think children will have the worst part of it. At the end, they compromise no. So you have to.
To what extent though? If he's beating you up, or if she's beating you up, sorry.
This is the were you ever in love in the first place?
People will change.
So
if you've got just let's like only the woman part. I'll say more. Okay, we don't agree on the same thing, but we need to move. We need to
So
it depends on
so obviously relationship. What is better?
Obviously, it's different. I'm not talking about divorce. Is something massively stressful.
So imagine a guy and a girl are married, and one of them has a gambling problem, and the other one's like, stop gambling, stop gambling, stop gambling. He's like, he keeps gambling all the money. What's that?
It affects the livelihood.
Is that a big enough thing to get a divorce in your point of view?
That is. People are this available climate power you should be able to, even not just individual, as a whole society, it takes a little bit to trigger and then it's off your island. So like this is
I agree with that. Man are too quick to end things.
Yeah, they don't which it used to be.
Yes.
So
I think in a sense dating marriage you can't think of it like that.
Yeah.
Right? I think as a man dating this so I think marriage they will think like that as well.
मैले भन्नु खोजेँ नि डेटिङमा नि अब म्यारेज जस्तोमा नि धेरै मिलेन भने किनभने अल अफ सडन तिम्रो त्यो बिग भने लाइक अल अफ सडन हाउदैन नि त देयर इज अ बिल्ड अप हुन्छ नि त वान थिङ लिड्स टु वान थिङ लिड्स टु अनदर त्यस्तो हुन्छ नि त अनि सुरुमै गर्नुपर्छ क्या सुरुमै वेन यु आर बोथ एडल्ट होइन नो वान यु आर बोथ एडल्ट अनि
Communicate with
But are you guys for arranged marriage or not?
I'm for if it works out.
I'm not. I am not.
Why not?
I am not. But I am not for respecting my parents' values.
That's
You're for
both.
That's
So if you're for arranged marriage, how can you say you should get to know each other properly?
Yeah, but it's arranged in a sense that
each other.
But only superficially, no? You know,
No, yeah, you get to know each other, like
maybe I'm just ignorant.
mom babale like, oh, I think this kid would be nice for you, or this kid is nice for you, there so, and then you can decide, oh, actually, you do like each other, like sparks up, and then you continue on talking. So dating is the it's basically another way, a source of finding a date.
Parents are the first
Yeah,
dating app.
they're the mutual friend, or they're the Tinder.
So like people have the capability to change, and
Yeah.
people do change.
Do you think parents have the capability to change?
Oh yeah, of course.
I think-
Everybody
I think-
has.
yeah, I think they
And I think if in any relationship, if one person changes, then I think there's nothing wrong with. Like first, of course, you have to try to sort it out between yourselves. But if that doesn't work out, then I don't think it's wrong then for them to
Divorce.
divorce.
whatever the marriage was, whether it was arranged or not, होइन त्यो डिभोर्स भयो भने फेरि त्यो व्यक्तिलाई नै ब्लेम गर्ने हुन्छ सो सपोज अब
Oh, parents have been burning.
म्यारेज लिम्बू पे भयो अरे पछि डिभोर्स भयो होइन अरेन्ज नै ए यो त मेरो मम ड्याडीले गर्दाखेरि न त म पहिल्यैदेखि अर्को बाटो जान्थेँ ओ भाइ
No, you
You can't.
It depends.
I wouldn't because
It's your choice.
It was your choice. You've got to take responsibility.
Ultimately, at the end of the day, ball was on yours.
Exactly.
Well, this is bottom was on your hand.
Yeah.
Parents
Do
will
they
not-
accept Gario? Like Roxy that here. Money to Roxy, yeah, money to quiet that kind of thing. Kind of. Money to eat how money not. Then it's I bought you a drink. You were like, oh thanks. And if you get drunk out of that, that's not my responsibility. You took that. And then you took it.
यदि आफ्नो आमाबाउको इच्छा विरुद्धमा गयो भने चाहिँ आमाबाउको चाहिँ एक्सक्युज नै हुन्छ क्या त्यो
तेरो बिग्रियो भने तेरो fault हो भनेर like
What?
Oh, yeah. हामीले गरेको
That's
छ।
why I asked the question.
Yeah.
But that shouldn't matter us, like, they will blame us त्यतिखेर नि त लाइक किन भन्दाखेरि हाम्रो आमाबाउहरूले हामीले नगरेर त्यही यस्तो भएको मान्नु
भयो भने के हुन्छ भन्छ डर देखाउनु भन्छ
त्यति बेला how are you going to, because you're going to feel helpless, you're going to feel powerless.
No, you would just
So
say
you just look forward me. I mean,
Yes, positive thinking. I love that.
what's there to it?
I'm quite optimistic. I do think parents will come around in the end. Like, we
Yeah.
are their children.
Yeah.
I know we need to respect them,
Yeah.
but in the end of the day, we have to be selfish because it is our life.
Society, सबैजनाले बुझ्दै कास्ट बिहा गर्यो भने you don't want to be the sore thumb that stands out, होइन like oh मेरो छोरा वा छोरीले अर्को मान्छे बिहा गर्यो मान्छेहरूले टक पनि गर्छ नि त it's because they haven't experienced somebody else having an inter-caste marriage भनौँ न that's why they're more ignorant because it hasn't happened in their own house.
Well, my friends, we give our friends advice that if you're in that situation, tell your parents early on,
Yeah.
so they've got the time to accept. Soon we always become resistant to change, So,
Yeah.
and that's
Because
a
that's
big
all they
change.
know.
No,
That's
but it will take time for things to sort of soak.
But
for
then
the parents.
we need to start that change. It's not like,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
Myanmar, not toward them, fair on yourself. You're not doing yourself justice. Yes, you're doing your parents justice, but you need to do yourself justice as well.
And I think nobody's got to realize. I think you have to learn to become transparent and open with your parents and everyone,
It's hard.
which is hard, obviously.
It's very hard.
And I think that's why we're having this conversation today. Well, there's a hard, only God understand गर्न त्यही भएर हुन्छ होला त्यो चाहिँ अगाडिबाट नै भयो भने चाहिँ छोराछोरीले पनि अब अगाडि नै न्युज ब्रेक गर्यो भने चाहिँ प्यारेन्ट्सहरूले पनि they will get time in about 5 years time it might be possible.
Yeah.
होइन त्यो चाहिँ मलाई चाहिँ त्यस्तो लाग्छ है
I think
तर आफ्नो रिलेसनसिप चाहिँ लुकायो
Can I just say though, parents are so hypocritical. I remember mommy, baba, boyfriend over now, when you're young, like a teenager, 21. I would say, quite boyfriend. I can't have boyfriend. Tell me, don't let the hairy one.
मेरो त उल्टा छ यार
Boyfriend, don't let me this kind of hairy.
यो लाइक 18 वर्ष भइसक्यो अहिलेसम्म बोल्दैन सिकेसँग
No, did we get away? No, let's go. Moving on, because of course we've got the word tradition. So, how important is caste to you as an individual? Let's touch on that.
Caste is important.
Why?
Why? So I think it's your identity.
Okay.
Your identity. It's what you associate yourself. It's your roots.
Your ancestors,
Your
your
ancestors,
forefathers.
yes.
For me, marital caste is really important.
But can you have that without your caste? Can you share a culture without sharing your
Caste.
caste? Yeah.
I don't think so.
I
Because the
think-
culture comes with the caste.
Well, I think there's two different things there again. Nepali culture ko कुरा गरेको कि लिम्बू culture को कुरा
Yeah, yeah,
गरेको.
yeah.
Well, it's fairly straightforward. पहिला नेपाल धेरै देश थियो हैन बिफोर द ब्रिटिश
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
त्यति बेला लिम्बूको आफ्नै राज्य थियो
Yes.
राईको आफ्नै राज्य थियो गुरुङको आफ्नै गुरुङ चाहिँ स्प्रेड आउट द थिङ थियो हैन त्यति बेला लिम्बूको आफ्नै देश थियो त्यही भएर लिम्बू र राई ब्रेक गर्दैन थियो अथवा लिम्बू र मगर ब्रेक गर्दैन थियो तर त्यो सबै भएर पृथ्वीनारायण सरले नेपाल बनाइसकेपछि चाहिँ नेपाली कल्चर भयो क्या ओभरआर्चिङ कल्चर मुनि थुप्रै कल्चरहरू छ हैन अनि हाम्रो पेरेन्ट्सहरू चाहिँ दे केम थ्रु द्याट लिम्ब टु द डिटेल लेभलको and I think that's what we're getting confused here.
I want to make one thing clear. Caste, when you go surname, when you get the way we relate as a caste, Limbu, Rai,
It's a tribal
Mogul,
thing.
is a tribal thing. Yeah? So our caste actually defines us or puts it into a tribal category. Yeah?
Yes.
So that's
Is
what
that
it is.
good?
So caste is a completely different thing. It's come from a Hindu religion. Yeah? Caste system is like it's divided into a profession. So our caste, Rai, Limbu, Mogul, Gurung is not a profession. It's a tribe where we come from. Yeah?
Tribe.
So
it's
which
a tribal
one
culture.
are we talking about now?
So you guys are talking about tribal culture, yeah?
Okay.
I don't think that there was a caste system in our Konami. We
No,
never
I
had that.
since Nepal, that's all.
But I always tell this to my parents, right? They expect, A, never level going B, after caste, if you can, and उहाँहरूको choice थियो to bring us up in the UK where there is less Nepalese, so there's less options, होइन? So I always say, like, how dare you say we have to marry?
I mean, I agree.
I think that's completely wrong किनभने
There's not there मान्छेहरू धेरै नै छैन यहाँ.
पेरेन्ट्सहरूले त्यो भविष्य सोचेर ल्याएको हो क्या बेटर एजुकेसन के होस् भनेर ल्याएको हो त्यो छैन त्यो छैन भनेर ल्याएको होइन I think I'm pretty set on my ideology about whatever financial build गर्दा नै be conscious, be risk averse. Yeah,
I agree.
that's my
Be transparent.
So is your parents quite? Are they like Limbu
my mom is, but my dad's like
Okay.
so yeah.
So because of what your mom has taught you, you've kind of put your boundaries in place, which I think is very smart.
Yes.
Yeah. But my parents aren't like that, so I'm a bit more liberal.
Open thinking.
Open thinking.
So, since you guys are all youth, कसैको mom liberal छ, कसैको parents liberal छ, कसैको parents liberal छैन. So your opinion here. Do you think marrying within your own caste, I mean your clan, is a good thing? Is advantageous to our community, our society, or should there be changes, like broad change in future?
I personally don't think there's any advantage to marrying same caste. Same thinking with the inter-caste भयो भने different mindset or different thinking so I think we can only go forward.
As a society, we should all see each other as human beings.
Yeah.
Not as a Limbu, Rai, Nepali. As a
I
human
would
being.
want to continue traditions which I feel are important to me. Like I'm with Chula हुन्छ so अब केटीहरूले चाहिँ पास गर्दैन but केटाहरूले पास गर्छ.
Can you explain what Chula is?
So Chula is basically a representation of the family, होइन? So मेरो बाजेको चुला थियो and then he's passed it down to मेरो बडा पापाहरू, the boys, right? It's always men मात्रै, annoying. So when the girls get married, उनीहरूको चुला निकाल्नुपर्छ क्या. Chula is basically a stone.
Okay.
And they're put together to protect the family क्या. And it's like sort of spiritual and it's powerful.
So the
Superstition basically.
Superstition, it is
The
superstition.
stone is given away when the girl is married.
Yeah.
So if you don't marry into a Rai, what is thrown away then?
Even if you're married into a Rai, त्यो केटाको राईको चुलामा बस्छ.
So if you don't marry a Rai,
Right,
you
निस्किन्छ, that's it.
So
You're not, regardless, even if you marry whoever, the केटीले बिहा गरेपछि त्यो केटीको ढुङ्गा is separated from the rest of the family. It's not part of it.
The ढुङ्गा मात्रै part हुन्न, but relationship चाहिँ?
Relationship हुन्छ, but the ढुङ्गामा चाहिँ हुन्न.
So there's no significance in it.
There is
If you still have your
significance,
relationship but ढुङ्गा मात्रै छैन, what's the point of having a physical object when if you've got that connection? Is there really
talks
importance
about people are health and you know the importance of mental health, wealth, so believe what's the gap. That's why it's important to protect it. Like I'm like God build specifically for that. Puja garnu parcha. It's basically like Hinduism, just it's like a religion, bhanau na. Puja garnu parcha. Hamro like forefathers, hamro ancestors like
so in a sense
crops haru dinu this year this
basically it was more like tangible object they
represent faith to hold on to
yeah. I mean if you break that there's a worthless
yeah.
So you won't be your baje and your baje bozu and your mom and dad won't be able to pray for you because your stone is not there anymore if you go to another so you have a spiritual
it is representing that she's married off and she belongs to another family.
Which is sexist, which I disagree with.
What's good for you doesn't mean somebody else.
Exactly.
Oh yeah. So doing that would be with that.
What if it's not right? So
no, they will.
No one anytime.
The kid always comes.
So miraculously, at the age of 30, this girl's just gonna have a so not doing that, like the
Yeah. No,
they're not even right. And yours miraculously if you don't marry.
Yeah.
So do you agree with that? Let me ask.
But that's what I said. I think that's sexist and it shouldn't happen.
So have you ever challenged your parents on that?
I did, and they said it's tradition, so keep on because that's all they've been taught. So obviously we'll try to and explain to them. What disagree and you know, why should I not be part of the family anymore just because I'm But they don't have a good enough explanation. I can't speak for them.
So I think you're right, challenge one person,
yeah, you know. Exactly.
Just because it's been there for centuries doesn't mean that it's...
I will upkeep the traditions bestowed by parents and pass it on to my children.
Yes.
I don't think I've got the capability to do that.
Yeah, but
what do you know of?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What you know
आफूले जानेको राम्रो गर्नै पर्छ तर त्यो the core principles behind them the किन गरेको तिमीले superstitionको बारेमा कुरा गरेन कि I'm surprised you actually got a very good understanding of it हैन त्यस्तो त्यो लेभलको understanding चाहिँ मसँग छैन हैन No, that's probably a fault of mine.
Some of my relatives in Nepal have said and then how do they expect us to know?
Like if it's not causing harm to anybody and it's just symbolic thing, then is it really wrong?
I'm not saying it's wrong, but
there's obviously a rationale behind it. There is a rationale behind it.
I just feel confident to upkeep it if I can't explain it. Because every single generation is becoming more too challenging. Like we challenge our parents. I'm assuming the generation below is going to be questioning us. Kino. When they answer something, I hold on ground. Because if someone's going to ask me why you doing that, and I'm like, I don't know, then I can't enforce it on the other generation.
Yeah, they were the more like parental should be like explaining why.
Yeah, I think that's just a symptom. Maybe the root problem is that our parents weren't as critical of things.
They weren't exposed to things to be.
Yeah, and maybe that you can tackle it from that angle where we teach our children to be skeptical and question everything.
I think it comes down to education,
Yeah.
It's not just education, it's exposure as well.
No, I think
we've seen other cultures and been educated, but it's exposure. Because I'm a friend,
I think आफूलाई थाहा भएको चिजहरु चाहिँ पास अन गर्नुपर्छ ignore गर्नु I think part of a good parenting is to pass them identity के थियो सिकाउनु पर्छ as that's I think one of the most utmost things sounds like identity to parents and आफ्नो childrenहरुलाई गर्नुपर्ने हो नि अनि so the reason of doing that is obvious reason तिनीहरुले नि further generationलाई गर्छ अनि I think it would be stupid to break that that chain and be ignorant and I think you are doing not harm but it's not good to just stop that continuity and just to not let them know as if nothing ever existed.
I think especially because हामी foreign country मा बस्छौं हैन अनि अब हाम्रो childrenहरु will forever know that they're Nepaliहरु and to give them a piece of that I think it's really important
it is very much
to know where they come from.
Because obviously we've been quite critical about culture and tradition, but I think we have to still acknowledge the good side of culture as well. I mean, I think it's we can say culture and learning is like tied together. What humanity in general has learned and passing on that information instead of every time someone is born, for them to start from zero. Already knowledge to pass on. Like,
my parents want me to marry within my caste because it is a tradition. I will do this for their happiness and out of respect. I still agree, but there are different other factors that comes underneath it.
I still disagree in the fact that I wouldn't do it just out of their happiness. I think I would challenge it in a sense, keep trying to challenge it. If they don't agree with my marriage, then maybe I won't get married. You know, I'm a little bit selfish. I want my happiness as well. They need to understand it from my point of view. I shouldn't just be understanding it from their point of view.
Yeah. I think mainly when I first heard the quote, I was thinking a little more extreme version, like Gorni type. And now conversing about it and everything, more to disagree with you. We need to challenge. And inter-caste is the way forward.
Not necessarily.
I still disagree with that statement. Individuals should have the liberty to make their own actions and face the consequences. As long as they're moral, then
Why not?
that should be allowed.
I think for this part, I'm going to say, previously I did say disagree, but still I disagree. Inter-caste, I'm for inter-caste. Not necessarily, but there is that. I don't think parents are like happy about although parents would want first choice after caste marriage, and speaking from my parents' point of view, they would be happy if I go with inter-caste.